The first question we always get is the most common question is right off the bat, can AI write all of my content for me? Can I just leave it, provide some basic prompts, and then just take that content and just throw it right on my website? And the answer is no. It's a very simple thing, just no, it can't do that. What it needs is a human touch. It needs some sort of revision on top of its use to make it really, really powerful. What it's great for on its own is brainstorming. So if you want to toss ideas back and forth, again, if you've never interacted with ChatGPT, it's a conversational AI. So it's a chat system where you can refine your request, you can ask it questions, you can ask it to adjust what it's creating based on how it drafts certain outputs. And so it's great to bounce ideas off of and to do some more research with. That's kind of the broad function that it can start as. It's just general, it's a search engine as well. It has this big old brain that is the internet that it has access to, and you can synthesize questions off of it. It's a really good way just to do search in general. There are some reservations to that, but just as a starting point, it's a good possible way to just surface some ideas. It's also a great place just to start with anything that you're interested in writing. You can produce outlines. It can produce an outline for an article. If you say, can you draft an article or an outline for a piece of content on a given topic, it will provide you some sections or some ideas for what you might want to cover. And in terms of first drafts, AI is exceptional. If you just need to get something on paper so that you have something to look at and refine, that's really a great thing that AI can do, is just to get something out there. Now, it's going to need revising and it's going to need some work to make it something more readable, but it's at least a starting point. And that's where AI needs human help. It doesn't really understand what humans enjoy reading. So sometimes its writing can be a little stiff, very formal, and sometimes not very compelling. And if you try and ask it to inject a little bit more personality into it, it often comes up with something really strange and very stiff and inhuman. So generally, we like to just leave the personality to the humans and make sure that we're softening things and making it something that flows in a way humans will actually enjoy reading, and that it's organized in a way that flows in a way that makes sense for people. SEO is a limited thing that AI can help with. Obviously, we're drafting content, and content is great for search engine purposes. But in terms of actually optimizing that for keywords, ChatGPT does not have access to search data, so it can't tell you what keywords you should focus on. And it's basing its best practices in SEO that it's using off of other articles it finds online. It doesn't really know how to apply those. So if you ask it to optimize for a keyword for search engines, it won't really do it the way that it should be done, basically, to try and have the greatest chance of indexing effectively in Google. So you still need to have a human who knows those best practices to try and edit the content and make sure it reflects where keywords should be placed within an article. It also doesn't know how to structure content. Like, it doesn't know how to, lay things out. So it can't help you with design per se. I think this is probably going to change at some point. Maybe not ChatGPT, but there will probably be some sort of tool that can help you, kind of produce a basic page layout. How good it will be is another thing. It will always need a human touch to sort of move things around. But again, as a starting point, these things can work. In terms of supporting strategic objectives, it won't understand how this content fits into your site. It won't add links. It won't make anything interactive. It will just kind of basically provide you with a solid starting point in terms of copy that you can then mold into what you need it to be.